3 years of minimal inputs, irregular, sporadic mowing, not even mowing the whole thing or edging, just make it look okay. That's all that's been done with my lawn over the past 3 years. Now, part of that is Connor did say, I'm gonna take care of it, Dad. I'm a lawn care operator now. I can do those things for you and save you time. Well, yeah, he mowed it like once every few weeks, never trimmed, never edged unless I made him. So how bad do you think it got? Well, today you're gonna find out, and then we're gonna figure out what the hell I'm gonna do to fix it. So, hey, let's get back in the lawn. Let's start at my pride and joy, the shed. It doesn't look good. The flower boxes have fallen apart. The doors need to be rebuilt. I have a mountain of trash that I've pulled from it that needs to be hauled to the dump. Again, Connor said he would do that, and you'll see some more things he said he was going to do coming up. But overall, it's holding up great. Just needs some minor work, a couple $100, and we're back in business. But you're not here about the shed, you're here about the lawn. And I can tell you right now that it wasn't this bad prior to me starting this lawn care journey. This has gone to absolute shit, and the amount of work makes me feel a bit defeated just due to the work that I put in over those previous years, just the blood, the sweat, the ignoring everybody but the grass. And now I get to start over and do it again, but not as crazy as it was before. So we're gonna start with what the hell happened over here, and as we progress through the backyard, you're going to continually wonder, what in the hell? This overgrown bit back here, Connor had some leftover sod from a job, and he's like, Dad, I'm gonna sod the hill. But then he only had like 20 pieces, 10 pieces, I don't know how much he had. He didn't have a whole terrible lot. So now I have those weeds and other crap over there. And then one thing I did forget is mowing that hill sucked, and that's why it was always mulch to begin with. We'll move now further. We'll start at the back of the shed because that doesn't get a whole lot of love. Never has. Maybe one day it will. The pride and joy TIF grand is, well, it's not grand, but it's there doing its thing, and we'll see what happens. I have a nice cedar tree that just kind of started growing. That was supposed to be cut down. And then I need to get rid of this little compost bin. I just want it gone. And I'll probably, for simplicity's sake, just plant some more Leland cypresses along the hill so I don't have to deal with it. And then we'll mulch in from there. The next what the fuck is a good one. And that's the trampoline. It's coming down, it's going away. And again, Connor was supposed to tear this down. I did what is there now. Why he had to tear it down was, we'll get into that another time, but he got into a ton of trouble. The remnants of the cut down from the pussy willow from this spring are right there. Again, those should have been hauled off weeks ago. Now, one thing I do have back here is I ran some 4x4s across. They're level with each other. They're level going this way. I think I'm gonna build a deck back here and pop up a hammock for some nice relaxation because this area gets shady. And then I think that's a freaking Bradford pear that's growing between those trees. So we're gonna have to cut that bastard down because those are the devil. And then a bunch of cleanup back through here. Gonna finally get some river rock since I have a dump trailer now. Along the fence line over here is tons of weeds, tons of shrubs. I'm gonna pull those up. Pretty much, I'm just going grass to the fence from here on out because it makes no sense for what I want. Less maintenance and having all that extra mulch and extra trimming along curves and all that. Not optimal. Giraffe stainless steel hose reel, I will tell you, still works. Does need a new hose, and I have to replace that hose bib because, yeah, we had an early freeze and I forgot to disconnect it, and so I flooded my bathroom one day. Yucca 1 sitting idle. Why is it sitting idle? The RTK antenna got cut. It was running under my garage door through the wood trim, and yeah, it's cut, so I have to splice that back together. But I do plan on putting those back into service within the next couple weeks. The gate needs to be rebuilt. It's sagging a little bit, not too bad, but pieces have fallen off. The fence is 14 years old, and I built it myself, so we got my money's worth out of it. It was only like $2,000 back then doing it myself. It's probably like 7 now, so that's gonna suck. But we have here a big pile of dirt that was from one of Connor's jobs. He's pretty much used our lawn, or my lawn and property, as a dumping ground for his remnants, and he's gotten better on it, and he understands he can't do that anymore because it puts work on me and it makes the house look like shit. So that's gonna get cleaned up. I'm probably gonna still keep something here. I'm not 100% sure though, but we'll figure it out as it gets cleaned up. And ideas and suggestions are always welcome in the comments below. And then along the fence line over here, I have tons of lilies, other bulbs, weeds, and all that good stuff. I'm probably going to regrade it out and just grass to the fence. So with the backyard tour finished, let's move into the front yard, and then maybe I'll let you take a sneak peek, a side piece. As you can see, the front lawn has tall fescue in it. Why is that? Because again, Connor, he's like, I like the way fescue looks, we're gonna put fescue in it. There's still all the Bermuda underneath, and it's making its way, it's popping back up. You may also notice that it's a little crusty. We're already in drought conditions here in East Tennessee, so it's gonna make the summer and all the work I have to do tremendously awesome. I'm really looking forward to those water bills. Overall, the front really isn't that bad. The biggest issues, and I apologize for my doorbell going nuts because I have it set to alert on everything, edges need to be redone badly. They are absolutely terrible. I did at one point last year shrink the bed because I don't know why. I think it was because of the robot mowers, but we've since brought it back out. Connor reestablished it, and now we just have to clean up remnants of the grass. Flower box things are full of weeds, and one is falling apart. Need to fix it. The piece is somewhere around here, and that's easy enough. Then, like always, the side piece looks really freaking good. Surprisingly good for the lack of any type of effort whatsoever I've put into the lawn. But from this angle, it's not terrible. Little dry here and there, but that's okay. And then it's hard to see, but there is a rut from the mountain bike days of Connor turning around in here and doing that. So I do have to add a little bit of soil there. But I'm also thinking about maybe finally getting around and making a walkway from the front lawn to the back lawn. We'll see on that though. So where does that leave things now as far as recovery? Well, I'm still running it through my mind. Do I want to reel mow again? From an overall aesthetics point of view, absolutely 100%. It looks so good. Everything just crisp, cut perfectly, fantastic, just popping stripes everywhere. That brings me to time commitments. I have other hobbies now that I am heavily invested in. And so I want to make sure this is my priority, not the lawn. But I still need to make the lawn look good. So I have a couple options. Option number one is suck it up, get off my ass for what little bit I now sit on my ass, and reel mow it anyway. Option number two, I can deploy the robot fleet, which is a very good option and helps when I go to vacation and things like that. And then option three is I can just rotary mow it. I do have an Ego 56-volt push mower I bought last year and picked up. I regret not getting the Greenworks model, but the Ego's been pretty good and I've been happy with it. The biggest challenges I'm gonna face with the lawn are one, costs of everything have gone up. Thankfully, I still have a good bit of fertilizer that's been accumulated. I actually found about 15 pounds of freaking X-green in the shed. So, hey, that can go in the front yard. I'll get 2 applications out of that. Also have a couple bags of green ore from Lawn Supply Company. Tons of chemicals still, have all those. The effectiveness of some of them may have dwindled because they are several years old now at this point. But my main focus is I need a presentable lawn that's not going to break the bank. I still don't have in-ground irrigation, and I have 0 plans to put in-ground irrigation unless some company comes in here and sponsors it. Would it tear my yard up? Yeah, but on the plus side, my lawn's already torn up, so it could only get better. So this is where I'm gonna ask for some input. What did you all want to see? Now keep in mind, money is a factor because 1, I'm replacing that power rack in June. 2, Connor has a big ass F-350 with a couple accidents behind him, and car insurance is very expensive. And then 3, the biggest factor is time commitment. I'm willing to commit the time, but I do not want it to control and be my life and be my identity. That's just not me anymore. Drop some comments below. What would you do if you were in this situation with a limited budget, unlimited budget, sponsorships by everybody, because who knows, people could come knocking. I'll probably ignore the email since I do not really check my Real Low Dad email anymore. Are you surprised at how the lawn turned out and what it became over these past 3 years of doing absolutely nothing to it? I'm not really that shocked, except for the amount of weeds in the back lawn. I figured the thick Bermuda would have held some of those out, but you've seen my competition on both sides, and yeah, that explains 100% of everything. Until next time, where I get to work, it's Mike, Real Low Dad. Thanks for watching. It's good to be back. And then on a final note, I said something about not being a fitness influencer. Well, yeah, that may be changing. I think, in fact, it already has. So if you need any supplements, links down in the description. Save yourself 20% on Bucked Up. Do it. Do it now. We'll see y'all.